Impact Netball is excited to release its next version of the Impact Netball Club app. These upgrades and improvements are a result of the continued feedback we receive from coaches and our subscribing clubs. We thank you for your continued support as we seek to deliver on our goal of bringing a simple and effective technology solution to netball, providing performance statistics and metrics to performance-orientated clubs and schools. Our user base continues to grow with clubs and schools set up from England, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, Australia, France, and the Netherlands. In this release, we have 3 significant upgrades, and this video will demonstrate all of them for you. One of the releases will require a small change to the metrics input function during live gameplay. We've kept the changes minimal to ensure continuity of the user experience, and we hope the additional metrics and reports will outweigh the small changes needed during live games. Existing gameplay metrics collection and reporting has focused on turnovers for the team, and these have been the loss of possession metrics directly attributed to individual athletes. These turnovers have included ineffective passes, replayed ball, held ball, footwork, breaking, and a generic wrapper of other turnovers. In this release, the big red turnover button has been replaced with possession loss, though the process remains unchanged for input. Press the possession loss button and the pop-up window will require the user to specify the possession loss type and the location on the court where the loss occurred. We have now introduced the big green button for possession gain. Similarly, upon pressing this button, the pop-up window will require the user to specify the possession gain type and the location on the court. The possession gains of interception and defensive rebound will require the athlete name to be selected from the main screen, as these gains are directly athlete attributable. However, we have added non-attributed gains including opposition ineffective pass, opposition held ball, etc. This possession gains data is now presented to the user on the post-game report and also included in the PDF output. Like the possession loss report, coaches will be able to see period-by-period total gains and the court locations of those gains. Within the post-game report, we have now introduced a period-by-period summary and statistics aggregation. Check out the period team stats for shooting, feed success, penalties, possession gains, and possession losses. Finally, we are introducing a live function for coaches to be able to track game details when they are not the inputter of the statistics. Now, with an iPad of their own, a coach will be able to see summary information live, whether the inputter is on the bench, across the court, or across the country. The data is refreshed every 10 seconds and is subject to the signal connection of both the inputter and user. When a user logs in to the club app, the top right section shows the club icons of all of the clubs they have access to. As usual, selecting a club icon will activate the main page based on user permissions. Now, if the selected club has any game or games scheduled for today, a live button will appear in the top center of the main screen. Clicking this live button will present the user with a screen showing a tile for each game in today's club schedule. If a game has been completed by the inputter, its completion status will be shown here. Whilst you can access this game to see summary information, it will not be as detailed as the post-game reports accessed normally via the schedule section. Clicking the View button for any of the game tiles will show statistics for that game, if available. The game information is detailed at the top along with a timestamp of the refresh and that of the last metric that was pulled from the game. The main view will show the user scores and a score sequence of the last 10 goals, period-by-period scores, shooting accuracy and feed accuracy, and a compacted statistics table by athlete. Here we demonstrate an iPad being used for the live gameplay input and another coach accessing the live data with refresh of 10 seconds. From one end of the bench to the other, from one side of the court to the other, or across the city, a coach within the club can now track live game information. That concludes the demonstration of our new features. We hope these improvements are valued by our growing subscriber base, and that any imposition to changes in gameplay input are outweighed by the additional information in post-game reports. Your feedback is always welcome, so please reach out via direct messages on either Instagram or X @ImpactNetball.